Welcome back, everyone. So this is the fourth episode of the Pecheneg series, or the series of Tengri Europe that I'm working on. So basically, I'm expanding as a Tengri nation into the heartland of Europe. And initially, we started off as a pretty humble group. Okay, so my wife just passed away right now, so that's a perfect for the gaining of a new alliance. And so I might establish ties with the kingdom of Permia, because right now I have enough children, so I don't really need to add more, right? And that will give me a good alliance, because alliances are definitely needed at the moment. And so let me see what Tartaria is like. Actually, what if I arranged the marriage with them? So assuming it was my grandson with their daughter, would that give me an alliance? Daughter of... Okay, I'm not sure. Let me see. I don't think so. No, it doesn't give me an alliance. But whatever. I'm just trying to kind of keep an alliance with Tartaria. They are pretty good. Okay, so we lost one of a domain limit here. So I'm going to hand out some territory to one of my vassals who shares my culture. Let me see here. Who can I give it to? So this guy, for example. Let's see. Grant title. So yeah, as I was saying, basically in the last episode, what I did was I finally gathered some territory from Hungary, and we are pushing in. And then because I had the sufficient amount of territory in the de jure empire of Carpathia, I was able to declare myself emperor of Carpathia. So now I think the next move is to launch a war on Poland, right? Trying to capture as much territory as possible. So our income is very good, as you can see here. We're making 31 ducats, or close to 32 ducats a month, and so I'm just waiting a little bit for my troops to replenish, and then I'm just gonna attack Poland and maybe go for the Duchy of Lesser Poland. Let's see. So the Duchy of Lesser Poland is what our target is going to be. Alternatively, there is well, I want the duchy that I capture to be contiguous to mine. So let me see. There's the Duchy of Greater Poland as well, but that's probably above the duchy that we're going for. Yeah. So we're gonna go for that. So I'm just basically trying to gobble as much European territory as possible. And look at that, Europe is very fragmented. I mean, I didn't single-handedly do that myself, but it was after much effort and much, kind of attacks, I think, on the Holy Roman Empire. And, they lost, I think, a war against me, an offensive war, and then I fought them again. They were basically distracted, and then they had internal problems, and they fragmented. So Europe is is in a really bad state as we're speaking, right? So we are entering, and so let me see right now. I think it's maybe time to go attack them, right? They have one alliance. They're fairly weak, and let's just do it right now. Get it out of the way. So start off this episode with an invasion into Poland, right? So no one is basically able to stop us at this point. So but you have to kind of knock on wood, because you never know when this game, especially when the assassinations start setting in, right? Once you get assassinations, that's when the game really changes. So the more powerful you become, I think, well, obviously the more enemies you're gonna have, and you have so many people plotting against you, both within and outside, and so you should always make sure you have successors. So we really crushed their army here. That's probably considered a slaughter. Oh, I'm not gonna take that amount of casualties. I think I'm just gonna siege here, and I'm gonna split my troops maybe and go for another siege here. Oh, no, I can't. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait for this siege to end, and then I'm gonna attack their capital. And I think this is gonna be a really decisive war early on, right? So Poland is mean, right now, not just Poland, but all of Europe has become a kind of walk in the park at this point. Can I enter? Yes, I can actually. And look at that. They're basically assembling troops here, so we can just crush them really quickly. I'm not sure if these are mercenaries or if they're actually their own levies. But alright, so now we're laying siege to their capital, and this should be, you know, a matter of kind of, I would say, a few months in game, right? So, okay. Alright. This is a fairly easy matchup. So we have mercenary contracts that are expiring. I did hire them from the other war. I'm not going to rehire them. There's no point. And even with all those levies raised, we are still making a lot of money. So that's great. Okay, my daughter recovered from consumption. Okay, so I think this is it. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, we're at 74. It's not it, but I mean, it's getting close. It's definitely getting close. I'm gonna split my armies. I think I'm just gonna go to battle with these guys. The reason I'm doing that is just to kind of get, you know, basically piety and or prestige and everything. So it's always nice. And you know, I didn't lose too many troops either. Like, look, I mean 446, but these can be replenished in a month, right? And look at the amount of piety I gathered, right? And the reason I'm doing the piety thing is actually because I'm thinking, and I'm playing, this is kind of an open-ended campaign, but I'm thinking honestly of just reforming the Tengri faith, you know, so I can get an additional holy war casus belli. So alright, so ooh, yeah, I lost my mercenaries. As you can see, the troops reduced for that reason. So okay, let's see. Wow, that's a lot of piety we're getting here. So we're at 17,000. That's not bad. That's really good. And we have so much money, or so much income, that it's always possible to raise more troops. So it's not the end of the world. And I think, you know what I'm going to do as well? I'm going to pass this limited tribal law authority, you know, so that I can get additional levies. And as you can see, I think it wasn't a significant change, but alright, we have more grasp on power too. And I'm going to pass another one later on as well. Okay, so later on I'm gonna increase, you know, the tribal authority. Okay, so this is a walk in the park. Europe has become a joke. It was much harder for those of you who followed the campaign earlier on. You know, it was significantly harder actually at the beginning, and now it's just kind of like, you know, it's become a joke, you know. But then again, like I said, you're talking about Crusader Kings here, and Crusader Kings is notorious for shifting kind of the balance, right? So you know, there's many times where you think, okay, yeah, you got this, and then you get, like, I don't know, some faction or something, you know. So I love that about this game. I love that you know, it's not always kind of like, you know, you start with the right decisions at the beginning and then you're kind of in a definitive stage of you know, victory. No, like, there's always a challenge. There's always something changing. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm deliberately fighting for battles. You know, I'm keeping up battles. You know, people might ask why, but I'm farming for piety, right? Even though I've technically have no reason to fight these guys. You know, I just need myself some additional piety, right? So perhaps one more battle. This might be stupid. Yeah, this one might be risky actually, but no, we're winning it. So okay, so look at that. Perfect. We won our war against Poland, and we got the territory that we needed. Oh no, this is gonna be a significant loss, I think. So I'm just gonna enforce demands right away. Alright. And then we're gonna disband our troops or our armies. So look at us here now. And look, we're kind of digging deep into Poland. We're getting close to the Baltic Sea area, and you know, I don't know how much, if I'm gonna take all of Europe, but that's kind of, Europe is my is basically my target. What are the Byzantines like? The Byzantines are, you know, getting back there. You got, luckily, the Seljuks who border them, so they can keep them distracted. And I think the AI is not stupid enough to kind of throw itself into a war that it can't win against me. And then, you know, especially when it has the Seljuks to contend with. So I'm looking for people of my what do you call it, ethnic background, and I want to give them an ethnic background, a religious background, and I want to give new territory, right? I want to see how many levies this guy will have now. Okay, 830. That's pretty significant. So then I'm gonna give some to another. I'm gonna create more vassals, right? Look at that's on the piety end. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on a religious pilgrimage for myself, and then I'm gonna go to a. It's expensive though. Maybe it might be worth it in the long run. Okay, so I'm gonna go to that, and it's time to depart. It did cost me money, but I want some crazy amount of piety, right? So let's see. I got so many prisoners I can ransom. These are the Polish prisoners, I think, that I just captured. Yeah, in this last war. They're counts and they're dukes. You gotta love wars here. So this guy is one of my prisoners. I'm gonna demand him to convert to Tengriism. Okay, no, this some people will be executed too. No, anything kind of below 50, I think I use for executions, because again, like I said, playing tyrannically is good for the sake of getting yourself some dread, right? Keeps people out of factions. I mean, I'm pretty detested. If you look at my vassals, a lot of them don't like me. That's enough. That's kind of recipe for, you know, a faction wars. But as you can see here, you know, they're still not daring, right? We're up to close to 22,000 levies, though that's gonna change when I hand out this territory here. So who can we help? How much does this guy have? He's a Pecheneg. We can give him more territory. No, maybe I'm gonna give all this land to someone else rather. Let's check. I kind of like pick out any. I like getting kind of nobodies, right? But you know, with good economic skills. Let's see this guy. He has no territory, and he's a Pecheneg. He's a noble too, so he's not really a nobody. He has, you know, one-eyed, one-legged, and flagellant, but whatever. I mean, he's good in terms of the stewardship. That rose to 21, so that will mean better taxation in his areas. And yeah, and as you can see here, we continue to rise, right? So I'm gonna hire foreign guards on my pilgrimage, and let's see how much piety that's gonna give me. How old is my guy? Let's see, he's 51. Oh, he's getting old. How's his son? He's misguided warrior, greedy, patient, and just. He's 32. What about the younger guys? Intricate weaver, just, wrathful, trusting. What about the next one? Oh, this guy's good. Anything with the brave trait. He's an adequate bargainer. You know what? This guy is zealous, diligent, and generous, and adequate bargainer too. But sorry, I think I'm gonna disinherit you, my son. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna disinherit him. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this son, and who's 23, so he's gonna live longer, and I'm gonna restore his inheritance. Okay, so perfect. And he's actually my rival. That's the interesting thing. I got a hook on him. Do I imprison him? No, I'm not going to. Why would I? But you know, hopefully he doesn't kind of get involved in any scheme to kill me. I'm his dad after all. All right. So that's you know, the expansions are okay, pretty good. 875 on pilgrimage, right? You know what I'm thinking of doing? Let's see what the amount of prisoners I have. Wow, that's a lot. I think what I'm gonna do is wait for the other kid, for the heir to come to power, and then I'm just gonna kind of spam execute all of my prisoners and have it, you know, a huge amount of, you know, huge amount of, you know, what do you call it? Dread. Alright, reform the Tengri faith. Hypothetically speaking, if I wanted to reform it, how many of my vassals would agree? What if I paid them? They do want me to pay them, you know, a pretty big amount. Oh, it's pretty costly. But I don't know, I kinda, I mean, it's not like this isn't a multicultural, you know, or multi-faith place, anyways. But anyways, we're gonna look at reforming our tenets here. Okay, esotericism gives us, you know, a +10 opinion by all other fellow Tengris, and we get +1 piety. Okay, let me keep that just for now. Ancestor worship. Prestige from level of splendor for newborns +100. Prestige from level of splendor when getting married +100. Maximum long reign opinion bonus +50. Characters of this faith gain an additional bonus upon the successful completion of a pilgrimage. What about sky burials? Rulers can give their ancestors a sky burial, gaining piety and pleasing their vassals. I haven't even been using that anyways, so how about this? I kind of like human sacrifices. Human sacrifices. What about communion? Oh, communion means that you... communion is nice, but I need to be the head of faith, right? And because here the head of faith is theocratic, let's put him clergy, and then temporal. Already things have changed here in terms of you know, the cost, right? But look what I can do. Actually, I want to show you something. I can actually create I can do the faith creation and reformation cost. So I'm gonna go back and go on the piety thing, and I'm gonna go faithful, zealous proselytizer, religious icon, and prophet. Now the thing is, though, I might die before that's done, but that's kind of what I'm gonna pursue. So in fact, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my tenets here, and then when the time comes, you know, if this guy's still alive, this is gonna be half, so it's gonna be around like 3,800 or whatever piety. So it's gonna be easy to kind of you know, perform, right? So what else? Warmonger. So I can at peace opinion instead of offensive war opinion. Rulers have a conquest casus belli against neighboring countries. Prestigious rulers can use an invasion casus belli once per lifetime. So that gives us another it would give us another holy war casus belli, and now it's around 8,100. So that would cost me 4,500 piety, which we're very close to anyway. But you know, so I'm gonna wait maybe to get the profit thing, right? But you know, I'm gonna put this tenet aside here, on the side here, and you never know, I might, these tenets might be useful, but it'd be nice to change the Tengri faith, right? There are other things I can do too. For example, instead of communion is nice. I'll tell you why. Because you can actually look, this is what you can do. you can get seek indulgences from people, so they'll pay you 100 ducats just so you can basically, their sins can be washed away. So you're gonna get really rich by that. That's really good for your finances. There's also unrelenting faith, which gives all Tengrius prowess of +4. So it's either between communion and unrelenting faith. Right now you got two kind of war doctrines here. What if, for example, anyways, and sky and human sacrifices, I mean, grants the raid for captives, Casus Belli, and then you get piety for executions. What more do you want, right? That's perfect, right? So I'm creating my own, reformed Tengri faith. So ancestor worship. There isn't anything kind of crazy here that is of interest. So unrelenting faith, it's between unrelenting faith and communion. Or it might be even between warmonger and communion, because I don't know. The thing is, I like having two Casus Bellis for kingdoms in the same lifetime. It's really good, right? But then you can rulers have a conquest Casus Belli against neighboring rulers with pursuit of power. Prestigious rulers can use an invasion Casus Belli once per lifetime. Makes ambitious a virtue. Also, all Tengrius, tyranny gain -50, title creation cost -50. Pursuit of power is a good one. We'll see when the time comes. Right now, let's keep our eye out on expansions, and we're gonna wait to get the prophet thing. But it's nice to be the head of faith, because if you can call a holy war and get all members of your faith on board, that would be amazing, right? So let's see. This guy, I want to see if I can negotiate an alliance with this guy. No, I can't. It doesn't matter anyways. I mean, he's my inferior in every sense at this point. So, well, not in the title sense. He's also an emperor, but you know what I mean. Okay. So, let me speed things up a little bit. And look at the amount of ducats that we're making. Let's see if we can build something here. No, we can't. I'm going to contribute to development. The thing is in these, when you're tribal government, there's not much you can do in terms of growth, right? Okay. No available spouse. That's because she's I'm betrothed to this person, so who's not yet an adult, and so my character is betrothed to her, so it's not an adult, so she can't sit on a council because it's not actually a marriage. What's happening in the politics of Poland here? I think they're in a civil war. Okay, so let's see. Raise armies, disband. Okay, I want to fix up the men at arms situation here. Okay, so more onagers. I don't like how I have two of these. We are nomadic warriors. We need horse archers. I mean, it doesn't make sense. We don't have those. Okay, so what's going on? Okay, so horse archers. Why is it disappearing? Okay, wait. Sometimes the game tends to do things like that. Bugs out a little bit. Military. Horse archers. There we go. Okay. We need horse archers. Especially we're going to enter some of the plains here. So, we got bowmen here. Horse archers are kind of expensive on, they're costly, but yeah. So alright, so it's a superior type of military unit, right? So okay, alright. Zealous proselyter, religious icon, and prophet. Hopefully this guy will last long enough. He's 53. He can live, you know, another 10 years, I think. Usually on average they die kind of early 60s, mid 60s. Provided that, you know, everything goes according to plan. By the way, keep an eye out on the date here. We're in the middle of the 12th century, and what that means is we're not far away from a Mongol invasion later on. So I'm being blackmailed by this guy. He knows that I'm the real killer of somebody, of a Lord Mayor. Oh yeah, some guy I killed was in a faction against me. Sure, arranged marriage. Alright, so the interesting thing is here is that you know, we are really beginning to, you know, we're getting very powerful. There's a faction against me. Why have I not been paying attention? Okay, let's see. Are you willing to leave that faction? Let's see. What if I send all of these guys money and then ask him to convert? Okay, I'm gonna ask this guy to convert, actually. I'm gonna ask them all to convert. You know, you never know. This guy is 65% willing. I'll send him money. He'll probably be more than 65% willing. So if this guy leaves, then he can't effectively be part of that faction if he changes religions. Okay, so one of them didn't. Let's see the other guy. Blessed be Tengri. So look, their faction is going to get weaker now. This guy is a Tengri, so he can't support a Catholic populist movement. Faction done. There we go. Alright, so perfect. Should keep an eye out on the faction at all times. Okay. So, what are we doing now? Who are we attacking? It's just so many good options, so many interesting options. I mean, Galicia, Volhynia would be a nice option, but we can go for the Duchy of Halich here. That's you know, or we can set our eyes on Croatia, right? Who are at war? They're defending against the Byzantines. Maybe it's time to take advantage of that. Or perhaps, you know what? Perhaps Croatia is a better option in terms of there might be a better option in terms of you know, an entire kingdom, right? And, you know, maybe I can attack them when I can get a full kingdom Casus Belli. I get, you know, take a large chunk out of their territory. Okay, so we begin our attack on these poor Galicians here. Okay. And look at these guys. They're at war with everybody, and I wouldn't want to be them right now. This is probably the end of their faction. Look at that. Defending. Oh, okay. So some of the wars are probably like wars. It's not actually their wars, so they're good. It's really us who's kind of attacking them here. Actually, in fact, what am I doing there? It's supposed to be here. Or in fact, no. You know what? Okay. The river situation meant that I had to go around. Oh no. Whoops. Actually, we're gonna send some troops here actually. Oh. Okay. We keep losing territory down here. And you know, I think what happened was, like, I think one of the realms, we lost some realms upon the death of one of the nobles, but I'm gonna attack the Byzantines eventually too. You know, I'm planning on attacking everybody, but Byzantines are just want to get them out of the way. Okay, I'm gonna start splitting my troops just because I don't want to face any attrition. Sorry. All right. The thing is, when they have basically no army, there's no one to crush and get war score off of, you know? So, maybe we should send... Do these guys have onagers? No. 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 The onagers, I think, are here. Yeah. The onagers are here. Good. Okay. We're getting the perks we need for religion. Okay. And the reason why my vassals detest me so much is because I'm constantly in offensive wars too. So, okay, Russian Orthodox populace. I think we're gonna be good here. This war is kind of dragging on a little bit, but that's because there's nobody, like, they don't have a military to attack. So I wonder where they are. If I was trying to kind of, you know, if I'm trying to, you know, find them, where would they be? Where would their military be? Do they even have a capital? I mean, where's their capital? Where is this guy? Ah, they're down here. Okay, that makes sense. Should I go and lay siege to their capital is the question. Maybe. Perhaps. I mean, why not, right? Oh, no. Actually, what if I went in that direction? Here. Through Ruthenia. And, they're really not sending anybody. So this is kind of dragging on. Okay. So maybe I'll just go and capture their capital, and that will give me all the war score I need. Okay, so alright, so that's more territory captured. Let's see, we won 2 battles here. And we got some good piety. Why are we losing? Okay, yeah. Maybe I should capture this. No, hold on. Maybe, sorry, pardon me. I should go for this. Get all the lands in the war score that is required for the war score. Okay, so now we're at their capital. Where's their ruler? He's there. Maybe we can just capture him here. We're really involved in, like, everywhere at this point. We've become like kind of a super power. Okay, perfect. He got caught. What happens if I ransom him? Nothing. Yeah, so this war is done. Disband, and there you go. We crossed the Dniester River, so we got Lviv, you know, in modern day Western Ukraine. We got some, you know, major, you know, we got some good settlements here. All right, so time to distribute land, right? So find a character. In fact, you know what? Let me see what my vassals are looking like. I got some pretty powerful vassals that need to be kind of counterbalanced by other vassals whom I can empower. So let me see. For example, this guy is a cumin. given that they're part of the same culture group, it's okay. If he's part of the same culture group, which is Turkic, then he won't, you know, I don't think he'll detest me. So, okay, alright. So cumin works, right? And now we're really crossing into different territories. Maybe we might go for Austrian lands in a bit. Let me see. Something nice, a kind of sizable chunk here. Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna go for. We're gonna go for the Duchy of Austria in a bit. Just want to see what the religion situation is looking like right now. Pardon me. Not that. Okay, so I'm gonna get religious icon and prophet. My guy's 58. I hope I can. Okay, so let me just attack them. Okay, so that's that. Okay, maybe I can capture her in her own capital. So in Vienna, the barony of Vienne. So let's see. I'm gonna send the whole army there. Oh my god, it's pretty protected here. Which means, obviously, we increase our onagers. Okay. So I'm almost at the prophet thing, right? The prophet lifestyle. Okay. Let me see if I have enough territory. It'd be funny if I can actually become also Holy Roman Emperor. I don't think so, because you need to be Christian. Or create the Southern Baltic Empire. Russia. So, how much of that do I have? Empire title. Let me see. Create title. Yeah, I mean, too far away. But I'm not, like, Russia is not, or the Rus regions are not my kind of, that's not where I'm aiming at right now. So, a victory, that gives us 155 piety. Oh, the piety keeps coming in. Maybe I can attack these guys. Let's see. No, I don't have the time. I won't make it on time. Anyways. We're good in terms of supplies, so I can keep these guys stacked together. It's getting the siege. The siege is moving really quickly. Okay. Hopefully I can capture her. No, I didn't. It's only 15%. Alright, well, it's not what I was hoping for, but what can you do? Oh, dead. I got murdered. Just ahead of getting the oh, it's my jerk son. It's me. Why would you do that? We literally were getting close to reforming the faith. So that sucks. Well, I mean, I think everybody knows in the realm here, this guy's a murderer. So let's see what the factions are looking like. Wow, this guy's pretty disliked. Well, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go on a prisoner slaughter campaign, right? So we're gonna build up the dread. Oh, but this guy gets stressed by killing people. Why? Because, oh no, he loses stress. What am I saying? Because he's sadistic. Okay, perfect. Okay, so look at that. We're at 50 dread. Let me see now. You're gonna see people start to leave the faction. And I think I'm gonna go learning. I'm gonna go learning, and again I'm gonna go for the prophet trait. I still want to reform the religion. What a jerk though. Did he have to kill you know, his dad right away? I mean, it was the rival, and I told you this guy will do it, right? Okay, give father a sky burial after killing him. Okay, rest in peace, father. What a hypocrite. I want to know if people know that I was a killer. I don't think so. Unreformed. Oh, I think it's good to, I think it's perhaps important to become reformed here, because you see you lose minus 20 because for being unreformed. So alright, so let me see how many sons. I have a son here. Who can I marry him to? Get us a nice alliance here. How old is he? 2? Let's see, maybe her. Mazaba Kazim. Okay, that'll give us an alliance. And what is the faction situation looking like? Well, I guess we're gonna have to do more killings, right? Sorry. What about this kid? 10 ducats? No. Okay. Okay, these guys are vassals, so let's see here. We're at 100 dread. Perfect. And see, some people left the faction. They're like, no, we're not fighting this guy. He's he seems really sadistic, right? They're like, yeah, no, it's not worth it at all. I mean, he killed his father. Not that they would know, but yeah, look, people are leaving. They're like, it's not worth it at all. They're like, nope, thank you. We're good. We don't want to die. How they worship, whatever. Okay. Oops, yeah, that's perhaps it's probably time to look at that. Okay. I honestly don't care. I'm not appeasing any vassals here. I'm strong enough to basically, you know, destroy them all. So, alright, so got myself a spy master, pretty good one at that. What is, okay, so should I go and help here? I mean, what's going on here? Okay. Maybe I should give Lviv to somebody. I'll give it to this guy. Turn him from mayor to count. Now, yeah, so perfect. So we're at 5-5. Alright. Put in mind again, the money situation is fascinating. It's really good. We're super rich. And then perfect. That's good. So now let's continue laying siege to their counties. What's the supply looking like? 50. Okay, eventually I'll probably have to, you know, fix that, but alright. I'm gonna go for more Polish territories, by the way. Poland is gonna be an interesting next attack. It really sucks. I was so close to reforming the faith. That guy was such a jerk. I mean, it's the same character I am using right now. So he murdered his father, forced himself to the throne. He couldn't wait just a little bit. I mean, he inherited you, the kingdom. I mean, you had full rights to it. Just wait a little bit. My glory is widely known. Alright. Okay, how much is that gonna give us piety? No, it gives us devotion. I'm gonna go attack like nearby armies, nearby groups. Get that piety. We're only getting devotion though. We're not getting a good amount of piety either. What about this victory here? 33, it's nothing. Oh no, that's a loss of troops. Okay. Actually, look, I should bring these guys back here. Okay. Where are we at war with? We're the defenders. It must be that one of my vassals. Yeah, I think one of my vassals basically decided to capture more territory here in the Russian areas. Okay. Chernigov, and we're at war with them now. Okay, alright. Just victory after victory. This kid is bossy. Alright. We have territory here inside Byzantine lands. This is when your vassals start blobbing for you. I'm gonna attack these guys here. I hate when they just kind of dodge you. Okay. There we go. What's happening here? Alright. No. Okay. Okay, you're known for your dedication to your faith. Oh, they want that whole duchy. What if I do a white piece? No. I want that whole duchy. Okay, when is the war with Austria gonna end? They grow up so fast. Okay. More Austrian soldiers. Okay, I think we're gonna be able to crush these guys here. Factions? Pfft. Yeah, not a chance. I think what I'm gonna do as well is I'm actually gonna add polygamy to the religion so I can have more alliances, right? And then sometimes marry with my vassals, right? When you marry and you do alliances with your vassals, you keep them out of factions. So that's one of the major perks of polygamy in this game, is that you get factions, pulling out of alliances, and then you can also get, vassals pulling out of factions, and at the same time, you get alliances, like solid alliances with outside states as well. So you're basically good on both fronts. Let's see, white piece. Oh, this guy doesn't want a white piece yet. Alright, so let's crush him one more time and show him. So Austria here is getting completely destroyed. Okay, so we beat Austria. I'm just gonna do this final battle here for devotion or piety. We're getting close to becoming paragons of virtue here. Perfect. We win. This guy really is not yet prepared for a white peace. Alright, so let me bring these guys back here. And let's distribute the land. I like the idea of keeping this territory here. Odessa is not the greatest. I might give away Odessa. Actually, let's see. Krems and... Okay, wait. So, you know what? That's the best option. Let's do that. How is this guy in terms of... Okay, so Vienne. Okay, so it's a shaman ruler here. What about this guy here? What does he have? He has just a city. We can give him Vienne and Hohenau. And then what is he at? Okay, yeah, we shouldn't give him more than that. Okay, and then what about here? So it's let's see. Let's look at our list here. All right. Here, take Odessa. It means no, actually, no. What about taking this? I can only grant titles for my own domains, and here. Okay, what about he takes this, and he takes. Actually, no. You know what? He'll take this, and then he'll take Odessa. Okay, and then we're fair. We're even. We're now at 5. Okay, so you guys come back here. Okay, so this guy is really relentless. He doesn't want to stop. Oh, what I mean. Okay, we captured him. What if I executed him or ransomed him for 100? No, it's not even worth it. We got, you know, just force the demand here. Get 100 piety. We can disband all of our warriors, and we're making money again. We're at 21,000. This is great. This is really good. Tartaria is really good too. They're powerful. I can sway this guy, keep him on my side. Don't want to kind of anger him. Now is not the time to get into any kind of war. Let's see. We can do an invasion of Poland here. You know, invade the kingdom of Poland. We can do an invasion of Bavaria, or we can chip away at that. We can do an invasion of Bavaria as well. On the Croats have a part of it, or the kingdom of Croatia, kingdom of Serbia. We can do an invasion of, not that I want to, but I mean, that would be nice also to kind of reduce Byzantine powers, but our focus is mostly on the European continent right now. I think an invasion of Poland might be the best option. I think it's going to be the best option. Now, unfortunately, the religious situation hasn't been rectified or changed. So we're gonna, reformed. We haven't reformed the religion. So I think in the next episode that's when I'm gonna seek to do that, because in here, unfortunately, I wasn't able to because of this current ruler that I have, who decided unfortunately, he decided to kill the dad just before the dad was about to reform the religion. So he's kind of a selfish guy, but we're gonna you know, use that to, we're gonna hopefully be able to make that change with this ruler. Now I have a daughter. Let me see, I can use the daughter's matrilineal marriage. Let's see, you know, get her a good marriage with a chiefdom. I can get her, I mean, she's spinely, so I can get her to form a okay. So my uncle is actually the ruler of Tartaria, right? Because of marriages before. I can do this. I can, you know, form an alliance with people inside the Tartarian lands. And so this guy has pretty powerful vassals, right? So he has, so he's my uncle, and then his, I think it's his brother, whose family I'm marrying into, and he has like half of Tartaria under his control in the Kipchak territories. So form that kind of alliance, perfect. And honestly, this Turkic confederacy here is just kind of chipping away at Europe. It's kind of really interesting to see what's going to happen later on. But for the time being, I think I'm going to call an end to this episode, and I'm going to come back with more content. And in the next episode, hopefully, no more assassinations. And then we're going to basically use that opportunity to reform the faith, right? And as I was showing you earlier, the tenets that I'm going to use are going to be really good for further warring. So please don't forget to subscribe when you get the chance. And thank you for watching, and I'll be back with more content very soon.